Ukraine has rejected any US-Russia peace deal made without its involvement. President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that Kyiv, as an independent nation, cannot accept agreements decided solely by Washington and Moscow. Speaking at a nuclear plant before heading to the Munich Security Conference, Zelensky stressed that Europe must also be included in negotiations. His remarks follow a call between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, where Trump announced the start of peace talks. Zelensky is pushing for a US-Ukraine plan before engaging Russia. Meanwhile, concerns grow in Europe over US Defense Secretary's comment suggesting Ukraine won't join NATO and that restoring its pre-2014 borders is unrealistic. Zelensky downplayed Trump's decision to speak with Putin first but admitted it was unpleasant. Pakistan and Turkey have reaffirmed their commitment to boosting bilateral trade, setting a target of $5 billion. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan arrived in Islamabad for a two-day official visit where he was welcomed with a guard of honor. He met with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and other key officials to discuss economic cooperation and defense collaboration. The two leaders signed 24 agreements spanning trade, agriculture, energy, and defense. Erdogan expressed confidence that these agreements would strengthen ties between the two nations.
This meeting brings together the distinguished members of the Pakistani and Turkish business communities, and I wish that it will lead to beneficial outcomes.
Addressing a business forum, PM Shehbaz assured Turkish investors of full support and apologized for past inconveniences. He pledged to act as Pakistan's CEO for Turkish businesses, ensuring a smooth investment environment.
I am fully committed to support all your efforts, whether it's B2B or G2G. Once again, sincerely regret whatever inconvenience was caused to you for whatever reason in the past, without going into any kind of political point scoring.
Turkey, Pakistan's second-largest arms supplier, is also deepening military ties with discussions on joint manufacturing and technology transfer. The visit marks a new chapter in strategic cooperation between the two countries. Israel has warned that fighting in Gaza will resume if Hamas fails to release 3 living hostages by Saturday. An Israeli government spokesperson stated that the ceasefire framework requires these hostages to be freed, otherwise the truce will end by noon. Meanwhile, Turkish President Erdogan has strongly criticized US President Donald Trump's reported plan to displace Palestinians from Gaza. Erdogan called it a major threat to world peace, denouncing Trump's proposal to turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East under US control. He urged the US to reconsider its approach for the sake of global stability. In Yemen, the Houthis have issued a warning vowing military action if the US and Israel launch attacks on Gaza. The group's leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi stated that they are closely monitoring the ceasefire and will respond immediately if military aggression occurs. Amid these tensions, displaced Palestinian families returning to northern Gaza have told the UN they desperately need shelter and their children want to resume schooling. The UN's humanitarian office stressed that the ceasefire must hold to ensure stability. In the occupied West Bank, the Israeli military has confirmed bombing a parked car in Jenin, claiming it was packed with explosives. The military also reported arresting over 90 Palestinians this week, labeling them as terrorists.